you've given me more room. Whereabouts are you? Hello. Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I really am perched on the edge of this seat. As you were sprawled out all over it. Where are you now? I can see your towel, I can see your paws. So let's just see what she's up to. I can get myself comfortable now. You're going to go out? Okay. If she wanted to make sure that you could see her, she could have just jumped off the chair this way. Okay. Whoop. Now you're on charge. Well, it's not my charger. I've managed to nab the charger for a while. I've got 11%. Cheers to the channel of lovers. The Witch's Tarot. Oh, I don't like it when I don't know the words to a song. Well, the correct words. They could be correct. They could not be correct. And it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 get ready now, go cat, go now, don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. What's this bit of hair here? That was coming from. Would you like to talk to today? And if you do, what would you like to talk about? Well, the gap. We'll talk about the gap. Temperance. King of Cups. Now, this King of Cups, he keeps showing up. I found the King of Cups and the Sun card outside in the cabin on the floor, and it felt like, because that's the most positive cards in the deck, and then the King of Love, it felt like you had thrown that to the floor, and the energy that was coming through was about you kind of asking to be pardoned, to be excused from this connection, blending. This is what was coming through. Then I was taken to, not about persuading you, but I was taken to the 10, only 2, the 2 envelopes that Napoleon Hill speaks of in his teachings that Andrew Carnegie passed on to him. Some knowledge passed down. It's about the choice of which envelope you choose. Okay. I shared that on the community tab this morning. So we have the King of Cups here. This is a good indication, and also about underestimating the King of Cups. You may have underestimated him. Anyway, so we have Temperance, very nice card, balanced, half of the rainbow. And then the King of Cups. He still looks on a rocky terrain. So if we're taken to like New Earth, I feel the feminine is residing within this New Earth that she's created from her thoughts and feelings. And then we have the masculine here, sitting in this love energy. Before I came on, I was extremely tired, and I felt like addressing that. It's like, this is just getting tiring now. Regarding like always clamming up, because I felt like this was a clam. His shell. Going back into his shell. Because he's on rocky terrain here, the energy of this love just allow it to flow over you, but he doesn't really want to get his feet wet. but he's right there on the edge of glory. As I was getting the Witch's Tarot, which kind of wanted to stay, they were tucked up in the corner, and they wanted to kind of stay there. I mean, they've got blue tack on them, so it's like they want to like restock. Don't use these cards. Well, they're the cards I was drawn to use. But whilst I did this box, this tatty little thing, kind of came open. Look at this. Tattered. Worn out and tattered. Nine of Swords, bit of a nightmare. There's the legacy. That you can acquire within this land, because this is the Promised Land. And the Promised Land isn't a destination, it's a journey that you take. The Empress, so looking very familiar here. And then we have the masculine, who's in this sad, sorry state. This energy here is karmic. It's worn out, it's tattered. I can see here. I was taken already to the message, where this is someone who's working, self-improvement, wanting to progress. This one's just miserable. They're swimming in a sea of doubt. It's always doubting. What do they call her? I think they give her a name like Debbie Doubter or something like that. I'm just going to have to pull this. Oh, it's quite a lot of hairs, Lucy. Maybe you shouldn't pull them out. Okay, we'll train them to go that side. So being like in this rocky, dark terrain, scared of getting your feet wet. And he's losing his marbles. Look. So on one side we have all this going on. But he's on the edge of something. Hi, Joyful Dolphin. Let's journey along. Hi. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Original. First of all, I thought that was Joyful Dolphin saying good afternoon. And then I was thinking, oh, okay, is it afternoon for you too? The afternoon of your life. Very beautiful. So if you've listened to the audio that I shared from Napoleon Hill on the community tab, will you be choosing number 1 or number 2? This is the result. Oh dear. This is the result of reconnecting. That's what happened then. It just came up with a swirly reconnecting. So I've taken it off of Wi-Fi. We're on 4G now. That would be the outcome of choosing envelope number 1. This will be the outcome of choosing envelope number 2. And the choice is whether or not you take possession of your own mind. If you do, if you don't. Hi, Christine. Hello. Let me just put my glasses on. They're a bit misty, dirty. Debbie Downer and Doubting Thomas. Okay, they sound like a happy couple. Sarcasm. Hi, Angie. How are you doing, darling? Talk to me. It's like, talk to me like lovers do, should. Don't talk to me like shit. Where did you pick that up from? Debbie Downer. Excuse me. Let's carry on using some cards. Let's go to the journey of love, shall we? I feel one is saying, yeah. Let's go to the journey of love, and the other one's like, let's go to the valley of doom. Okay, so I'm being drawn to actually read these cards. I won't be able to read the small ones, apart from what I've channeled through the images, because I don't have the book up here. But I can read Temperance, and I can read the King of Cups. Card number 14. The Greek goddess of the rainbow, Iris, faces forward and stands at the edge of the water, her golden wings outstretched. Her sheer white gown has a golden triangle on the bodice, which signifies balance and creativity. Her gown flows softly around her, and one of Iris's feet is on the land, while the other dips in the water. Neither on shore nor in the water. She is in an enchanted location, where she is in both worlds, an in-between place. In Iris's hands are 2 different goblets, and she calmly pours water from one goblet into another. The water flows magically out and about before ending up in the bottom goblet. There is an alchemical transformation taking place here. She is tempering the liquid in the goblets to find the right balance or mixture. Behind Iris, the clouds have parted in the sky and a rainbow appears. My gloves are a little bit tatty and dirty. I just noticed, but it's like a... They still do the job though, and does it matter that they're a little bit tatty? No, it doesn't matter. Right. Angie, you're doing great. I'm a speech therapist. Talk to me, but I do love your arithmetics. Okay. In Iris's hands, have I read this part? Yes, I have, right. Behind Iris, the clouds are parted in the sky and a rainbow appears, representing hope, magic, and miracles. Around her on the green banks grow iris flowers in several different colours. The enchanting iris flowers symbolise an eloquent message, which suits the messenger goddess they were named after. The meanings. The Temperance card appears in a reading when it is time to be restrained, to be a little more tactful than usual, and to employ some moderation. This Major Arcana card represents the mixing of different magical elements to create something new, like rain and sunlight make a rainbow. The Temperance card also stands for the personal alchemy of a spiritual transformation. Now is the time to work on the healing of your spiritual self. This, the perfect occasion to work on finding the correct balance or flow in your magic and your life. Watch for messages from the gods. this here. A state of equilibrium, balance. So let's have a look at this King of Cups energy and see who he really is. The King of Cups is seated on his throne beside the sea. To honour his element and the suits, there are 2 tailed mermaids and cups worked into the throne's design. This elemental king wears regal, intricate robes in shades of silver and royal blue. Just hold that up there. And he is cloaked in majestic purple. A heraldic, bright, aqua blue mermaid is embroidered on the chest of his tunic, and silver waves decorate the hem of his robes. The mermaid represents elegance, loyalty and truth. The king's crown is made of gleaming silver, with sapphires and a stylized starfish. He also wears a jeweled livery collar, or chain of office made of silver, blue, sapphires and pearls. The metals and the stones are all linked to the element of water. The silver is receptive, the blue sapphires enhance his psychic talents and his ability to be loving and fair. The lunar pearls amplify the wonderful gems of the sea. Both of the king's arms rest on the arms of the throne, showing that he is relaxed and in control of his domain. In his right hand he holds a silver cup, in his left hand is a scepter topped with a shell. We also see that this is a married man, as he wears a wedding band on his left hand. The king looks straight ahead, as if he is carefully considering both you and your request. The King of Cups is smiling kindly, and his blonde hair, moustache and beard have just a touch of grey in it, showing that he is older and wiser. In the background we can see the ocean and dolphins joyfully leaping out of the water. So if I can go back to the Sun card and the King of Cups that I found outside under the chairs, and I felt like they'd been thrown to the floor, but what initially came out was the masculine saying, I am happy where I am within my marriage. I'm opting out of this. Can I please be pardoned, excused? Okay. A mature wise man who is well versed in the craft. I was going to say he's able to tell you what you want to hear, or necessarily what you don't want to hear, but he's aware that that will hurt the Divine Feminine. Well, that's his intention. Got to be cruel to be kind. So a mature wise man who is well versed in the craft. This card represents an individual who is artistic, intuitive, creative, and passionate. Physically, he has dark blonde to light brown hair with a touch of grey and blue or green eyes. He is a good friend, a loving and attentive husband, and a devoted father. The King of Cups gives good, solid advice when asked. This card can represent a quiet man who keeps his emotions to himself, but who can be moody. He is, however, deeply emotional, and he has a tough outer shell to disguise a very soft and loving interior. He often sees what most people would prefer to keep hidden, and this card represents an individual who is an excellent mediator, psychically talented, and strong and fair. The lesson from the King of Cups is that wisdom comes from looking within. Temper your control of others with compassion and affection. So many red flags for just screaming out there because they don't come in with these cards. The King of Cups gives good, solid advice when asked. Well, what is this advice that you're giving? Because look what it's creating. He is a good friend, a loving and attentive husband, and a devoted father. This is a quiet man who keeps his emotions to himself, but who can be moody. He is, however, deeply emotional, and he has a tough outer shell to disguise a very soft and loving interior, which is what the Divine Feminine is drawn to, attracted to, aligned with that loving interior of the masculine. Is that the feeling you get from the kings, Christine? I don't like kings too much. I always get a weird sense of bullshit for some reason. I feel that energy more with the Emperor than with the kings. But what actually came through was a quote. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. He has like a really soft, gooey inner. We was checking out who he really is. He's just putting on this front. That everything's okay and blah blah blah. He wants these excuses to be accepted and he wants to be excused. Let's have a look at this temperance energy. Yes, laugh out loud. Which actually means you were accurate with your statement. I don't like the kings. Because the Emperor said, well, it suggests that it's all four kings. Evolved together to produce the Emperor. It just depends what king you want to tap into. You can tap into the King of Swords and be in your head and think things over and overanalyze everything. And everything has to like have a meaning, as in like, why does it mean that? Or facts. The masculine's like strong facts that have evidence to support them. And spirituality is a believing. It's like you're not going to see the evidence if you don't believe in spirituality. I remember when I was going through my ascension and like realising that I was connecting with the divine. And I would see the birds like do the most amazing displays, aerial displays of just shows. It was amazing. I'd just stand there and in would come a different type of bird and it was like, bravo, bravo, awesome. And I'd call my children out to see what I was seeing and it would stop. So I soon kind of realised they're not going to see like through their vision. So the signs for me, you try and share it with others, and lo and behold, it's for you. So now that they're more spiritually open to spirit and the signs, we get to share the synchronicities. And I mean, some really weird stuff has been like going on. I went downstairs like for a toilet. Our toilet's downstairs. And during the night, and a candle was lit. Now I remember blowing that candle out because it didn't have much wick on it. And I blew it out and I was surprised that it actually like lit the time that I had lit it because, like I say, there wasn't much wick left on the candle. So I blew it out before I went to bed. And I remember like looking at it thinking, how are you like continuously just going? And then I went downstairs for a toilet and the candle was lit. And it's like, okay, I know I didn't do that. And things like moving around the house, or like yesterday my handbag decided just to pop off of like the kitchen counter upside down, empty the contents. A few weeks ago my daughter had a hot chocolate and we just heard her, we heard her go, who did that? And we looked and she said to me, Mum, seriously, I had my hot chocolate and I could feel this tingling coming down my arms, and it was going like this, and it went like that, all over her blanket. But it's her response. She looked so upset. She just went, "Who did that?" I went into a shop like yesterday, and as I walked past a shelf, I don't recall knocking anything, but something kind of flew off of the shelf. So my daughter was with me. It's like, who did that? So it's a bit of a joke now. So. But it's not a joke. Let's have a look at this temperance energy. It's like the more you open up, the more you'll see. The more it will make sense. All the answers are within. Becoming. I like this look because it comes in with the colourings of, say, the Empress's card here. Becoming. Not all of them, really. The wings that were mentioned. Card number 34. Christine, yes, crazy weird things happening over here as well, for I'm always waking up in the middle of the night, hearing stuff, and hearing a little girl. That's interesting. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. They visit Lucy's house and we light her candle up and... Okay. Card number 34, Becoming. Yes, you are manifesting your divine purpose, yet what is happening now is just one of many inspired brushstrokes on the canvas of your life's work. You are the artist who paints with trust, instinctive and spontaneous, with faith in the process unfolding. You are not the painter using numbered squares who has a finished vision even before commencing the task, with a map for all steps of the journey. Your lack of plan renders you open and receptive to divine direction. You are capable of being moved by spirit. You are a brave adventurer. So celebrate what you are creating now and realise that it is a step in your major work of divine art, this life of yours, not to be planned, but to be experienced. Stroke after stroke, step after step, you shall witness the picture coming to life. It may not be what you expected, but it will be the most beautiful, extraordinary creation. I love this. The promised land. It's not a destination, it's a journey. This oracle brings you comfort that you are blossoming, and each petal unfolding is another step closer to your ultimate divine fulfillment. There is a message here too, that a relationship or project that you are keen to move forward will bloom in its own unique way. Give it breathing room and be willing to let it become what it seeks to be. Even without a clear direction or plan, sometimes even because of that, there is an inner plan that can come to fruition. Cheers. Take heed, my friend, for time is ticking fast. Illusion grand, in hopes this dream will last. Such memories we keep for days to come, a looking glass that only shows what's done. It would be sad to think there's nothing more. A well-worn path reflecting what's in store. God's gift was not that days would be the same. Each dawn's first light would sing a fresh refrain. Of light and cloud to bathe the earth's surprise, with change afoot, to stop would be unwise. A palette rich awaits the artist's touch, creating life at one with God's soft touch. Beautiful. Talk to me, Angie. I've had some strange things appearing or popping off shelves. My client asked, how did that happen? I said, well, I don't really have a rational explanation. These things just happen. Okay. The chest is still a bit chesty. Let's have a look at this King of Cups energy with the Nine of Swords, a complete nightmare, and the Ten of Swords. Someone's done him, because that's completion. It's like done. Whether that's a decision, whether that's this way of living that's done. I'm going to take you on a journey of love. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? So you're hanging on the edge of your seats. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. Another one opts out. Or... well, you're the king of love, so seriously. Let's have a look at a card. Oh, we'll have this one, yeah? Simplicity. Card number 4. The Emperor's energy. Bow to that which is simple. You will find answers to your most complex issues and those questions that seem to defy the possibility of an answer. You will find the solution now through simplicity. Live one day at a time. Have gratitude for whatever you possibly can, even if you are yet to understand why you should be grateful, because you cannot perceive the gift hiding within your struggles quite yet. They do look like struggles, come on. Trust in the goodness of life. Hiding within your struggles. I just reread the beginning of a sentence. Trust in the goodness of life, seeking to serve you into becoming the fullest of all that you are. Yes, beloved, even in your darkest night, the light of love is serving you. The most sophisticated of problems can be resolved through a simple answer. Love, trust, have faith, be patient, wait and you shall see. Let simplicity be. This oracle brings you an answer. Everything is going to be all right. Don't add fuel to the fire and look for ways to sort out complicated matters prematurely. Sometimes ingredients need to cook and percolate so that they can become a meal. The circumstances with which you are struggling will right themselves in time. Stay present and be patient. Pray in your own way. Meditation, time in nature, dance, and literally talk to the divine. When you need to take a clear, simple action, you will feel it. Relax and know it is all going to work out for the best. The poem. There is peace for one whose heart is open. Let's look at the energy cards. Let's look at this lovely Empress energy here, which is when you've incorporated all 4 of the Queen energies, then you know how to temper them energies, temperance. The natural flow, the natural result is unconditional abundance. Let's have a look at the energy oracle cards. Goddess of the Moon. So this spoke about the goddess Iris. The goddess of the rainbow. We have the Empress. She is the goddess. The goddess deserves it all. For becoming this beauty who shines her love and light in this world. The goddess of the moon. 52. That took me to 34, not because the numbers are similar, but I felt like I was going to read from a book. Page number 34, but now we've got 52. Let's have a look at this energy, and I did show you actually the front of the box. I remember consciously doing that. 52, it's the card. Intuition and going within. This card shows an eternal spirit holding the bright reflective moon and standing in front of the crystal clear waters of a sparkling waterfall. Her arms are stretched upward, receiving the light of the moon, the light of inspiration. This card is all about intuition, the ability to receive insights from your soul's point of view. Receiving the card upright tells you that you have the power to get intuitive information on all types of issues, and now is the time to use it. The goddess of the moon brings all sorts of information, from the mundane to the spectacular. For instance, you could get the urge to take a different route home from work and find out later that you've avoided a 3-hour traffic jam. Or you might have an idea for a great invention, a stock investment, or a spellbinding novel. This card could also indicate a significant blossoming of psychic ability and mediumship, even on a professional level. You're always blessed with this ability to connect, but this card is telling you that now is the perfect time to open up. Get ready for the amazing inspiration this brings. Wow. Beautiful cards there on the Divine Feminine side. On her side of life, always look on the bright side of life. King of Cups. I can feel like the King of Cups has like the big ass with me. It's like I don't really want to talk to you. It's because we feel like we're worlds apart, and we are. The Divine Feminine's in New Earth, this new world, but she is inviting you to explore and experience this side of life. Your behaviour is not going to affect the Divine Feminine's outcome. It will affect your outcome, not hers. Really, the only person you're hurting is hurting yourself. But then hurt people, don't they? Or they want to. Makes them feel, I don't know. Right? Well, if I hurt people, then it must mean that I'm a bad person. No, it just means that you're hurt and you've been hurt and you find it hard to open up and accept love. The pain is deep. Victory. Well, look at this, because it's a divine feminine here, seeing your victory, where you just see your damage. Oh, you see that you're damaged. All those things that you've gone through so that you can help others overcome such challenges. It's your work experience. Your victory is very close. And it's like, how does she know? Well, it's just told you that the Divine Feminine can tap into all sorts of information. She's intuitive. She's the Empress. Temperance occurs just before reconciliation. So before the feminine and masculine come back together in the physical. She's balanced. One of you has to be ready. And she'll help you through. She's not going to do it for you. She can't do it for you, but she'll help you through. Victory. And I can say, and I will say, because you need the guidance, this guidance, intuitive guidance. Because the guidance that you've been distributed, there's got to be an error somewhere within that, because look at the results. No wonder why you've gone insane. Einstein's definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Card number 28. V is for victory. Success, achievement. This card shows a beautiful spirit holding a golden victory wreath in acknowledgement of your achievement. Success is on its way, and you have a sense of pride in what you've worked to accomplish. The achievement may be a great outer success, or it may be a deep inner change that you've been exerting a lot of effort toward. Enjoy this sense of accomplishment, but be careful not to rest upon your laurels. People expect outer triumph to bring great changes, but often there may still be inner work to do. Let yourself be open to victory on every level now. Healing. Envelope number 1, envelope number 2. I'm serious. It's like the Divine Masculine's under the illusion that the Divine Feminine lives in this fantasy land and she doesn't take life very seriously. You're completely wrong. She's completely serious about this life and what it takes to be fulfilled. To leave a legacy. To be that light to the earth. Where the masculines, they tend to take this approach of, I am serious about life. It's serious that your bills are paid and that you have this secure home, and they run themselves ragged. Thinking that they know the deal with life. Without doing any research themselves, just relying on what trend has been passed down, what the norm is, what the 98% of people are doing, even though 98% of people fail in feeling fulfilled, still you're going to follow them. Get wise. Do your research. Research that stood the test of time, has evidence. Napoleon Hill, 20 years without pay, researching these principles. And not just with any old Tom, Dick or Harry, Henry Ford. Thomas Edison. He weren't no doubting Thomas, was he? Was it 100,000 attempts at the light bulb? And Henry Ford, if it wasn't for the support of his wife, then he wouldn't be known. Napoleon Hill made sure he married his secretary because she was the one person that he did not want to let out of his life. And what a beautiful love connection. I mean, where are you getting your facts from? Which envelope are you going to choose? I'm kind of saying that because I'm wondering if you're actually going to go on the community tab and watch the bloody video that tells you the rewards for choosing to take control of your own mind, or the consequences. The consequences do not sound good at all. Do good, be good, go out there and shine. Talk about the love, talk about the positives, talk about the possibilities. You are the hope that our world needs. Now go get busy doing that. Loving. Satisfaction. I can't get no. Why not? You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. If you are honestly satisfied within this lifestyle, well, you're going to do whatever you're going to do anyway. Let's look at this. The green here is taking me to someone who's going to be feeling green with envy. Consequences. What other people think of you is none of your business. You should never look outside yourself for acceptance or validation because it sends a message that you don't trust your own soul's worth. How your behaviour, Divine Masculine, is, and you are a Divine Masculine, is not affecting the Divine Feminine's opinion. What other people think of you is none of your business. You should never look outside yourself for acceptance or validation because it sends the message that you don't trust your own soul's worth. When you are in a space of self-acceptance, you confirm to the universe that you are everything you are meant to be, for foibles and all. In this awareness, you are able to live freely and joyfully because you are not seeking validation through someone or something else. You can live your life and make choices out of love instead of fear. To enter this space, you must have the realization that your soul's makeup is divinely perfect. The limitations you've placed on yourself are your self-criticisms. The limitations you've placed on yourself and your self-criticisms are usually based on giving away your power to another or seeking outside approval. The ego is judgmental and critical and filled with insecurities, while the soul is perfectly at ease and has come back here to enjoy a journey of self-discovery. One of the biggest traps in learning to be satisfied is comparing yourself to others. Remember that you have come back to an earth school made up of a myriad souls and experiences. You aren't meant to be like anyone else. Love yourself for being the compassionate, unique person you are. I feel, well, the card's over on the Divine Feminine side, so let's pull a card here for the Divine Masculine side. I'm going to pipe down now a bit. It just flows out, okay? Individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. Seven minutes, that's all the video's on for. The envelopes. The two envelopes. Envelopes. You can just put that in YouTube, Napoleon Hill. The two envelopes that will come up. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Individuality. Eyes. Let's see. I know. I'm going to focus now. All souls originate from the same source energy, but the Earth School affords us the opportunity to feel separate. This is the double-edged sword that is life in this physical dimension. Our nature is to be at one with the whole, but when we incarnate and our awareness of our divine self is diminished, lessons are learned more quickly. Your goal is to feel connected to everything while you experience the illusion of separation. And your path to that goal is your own. It's your individual journey. At the beginning, you may relate to the human aspect of yourself, the ego, but eventually glimmers of your true nature start to manifest themselves through awareness. When your distinct soul personality expresses itself and you live your life consciously, you have moved beyond the illusions of the physical dimension and have come back home to the truth of your spirit. As you present yourself in this world, every other soul who crosses your path will recognize this keen sense of familiarity and start to remember their spiritual heritage as well. Be yourself and love abundantly. That is a life well lived. The journey, no, not the journey of love, we're already on those. Enchanted map. There's no point hiding, I can see you. I've got a movie recommendation as well. So, I watched Ratatouille, and then the next movie I've watched is Scrooge. It's on Netflix. Scrooge, A Christmas Carol. I know there's a few of them, but it's animated. Well, yes. Shows you really what we're talking about. Bar humbug. So don't you bar humbug me. Flying. There is two cards, but I'm not going to look at the one underneath just yet. Flying above the maze. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over and all your hard work has paid off. It's all for the feminine here. She's going to feel very satisfied. Good job. Good job, Divine Feminine. So today you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work has paid off, and the things you hoped for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. I didn't go through all the kings, did we? I kind of got stuck on the King of Swords energy about being in your head. Well, we got details, and even though the card's in reverse, we can see that it's highlighted that someone's looking for clarity. It's under the magnifying glass here. Details in reverse. Tell me more, did you get very far? $43. The most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. Heed the gentle warning that perfectionism will not lead you to what you desire, but instead will steer you away from it. Nothing will be good enough when you become obsessed with being perfect. No one can ever measure up to your scrutiny, and nothing that you can ever do will assuage that general feeling of not being up to par. You're perfect already, just as you are. It's page number 1-1, because I feel like we're having a 1-1 here. Okay. You're perfect already, just as you are. Reverse, the details card challenges you to accept things as they are in all their imperfections, to step into the world and engage it without any expectations. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Excuse me. I know it's a bit confusing. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. What's stuck in this nightmare? Well, that's where the lessons lie. If you clear through this, and you see the lesson, then you'll move on to this beautiful, abundant way of being. Time's gone quickly. It has. I was going to read, let's read from a book. Which one? I think we'll have a look at 111 spiritual practices here. Oh my god, that's one of my favourite movies, that one. And Don't Shoot Your Eye Out, Kid. Ah, I love that one as well. Which is called, have you told me? I think that's called A Christmas Story. I believe it's called A Christmas Story. That is hilarious, that movie. It's when he swears. And he's trying to solve the riddle, so he like tunes into the Ovaltine hour on the radio. And he's trying to get the clues. And the dad wins like a competition or a raffle or something, and it's a great big lady's leg, and it's a lamp. He puts it. All sorts happen. The doggies next door get the turkey. But it's all about this Lone Ranger gun, I believe it is, that this little chappie wants. And they say, you'll shoot your eye out, kid. And then what happened? I think that is called A Christmas Story. They're your 3 favourite movies. I forgot what it's called. And America on Something Street. I've not heard of that one. I'm on this kind of Christmas movie trying to be marathon. So I watched one the other day that I've not watched before, and it's the Claus Family, and the dubbing was just, I mean, I was really trying to give it a chance. I did give it a chance. I even went on to watch the second one. I'm going to put all where they made 3 of them. It can't be that rubbish. I went, I'm going to see if I can get into this second one. She's just kind of looking at me. She went, Mum, seriously? So when she kind of came into the living room when I was watching it, I'm going to her, just don't look at the screen. Just listen to what they're saying. And because she doesn't like that when the lips don't sync up. Oops, took myself out and had to come back to chat. Did you? Okay. Oh, a Miracle on 34th Street, darling. On something street. Yeah, that's a nice one. I will watch that one soon. We've got 34, haven't we? Miracle on 34th Street. She made her wish. It was for a baby, wasn't it? For her mum and this gentleman to get together. It was her wish. And was it for a baby? I don't know. I could be getting mixed up with Liar Liar here. Liar Liar Pants on Fire. Look, let's go to 34. Oh, there is a book about miracles, so thank you, Joyful Dolphin. What about 117? What about 117? There's not going to be 117 in here. It goes to 111. But we can go to this miracle one. Miracle on 34th Street. The answers you need to make miracles. Turbo Man. Okay. I'm just like going to shout out Christmas movies. Deck the Halls. $34. They're funny. Because they've used the words that I wasn't going to tell you, but I can tell you. Well, I just didn't feel I needed to explain. But the reason I can watch the movie is because at the time I'm actually knitting. I'm knitting my daughter a scarf for Christmas. So I've got my head down and I'm knitting, so I'm just listening to the movie. So the dubbing doesn't bother me that much. But you'll see why I've made mention of that, because they've made mention of the word. I'll start here. Miracles are not the stuff of fancy, dreams or fable. They are real. They don't just happen on grand scale, but in normal daily life. When intention, time and Earth's raw energy knit together and join as one against all odds. Each time we let this happen, a live miracle can occur. Humanity is the single most powerful force after nature and Earth itself. When your earthly time is through and you review what flowed from you, will you consider yourself an asset or a drain? Utilise this day to become your full potential. God requires man's assistance to set life's balance straight, not only for his own sake, but for all that will occur from this point forward. God is not an entity separate from you, nor is it a living power to fear or worship. Instead, God is within you. God formulates part of you, and once you realise God will grant you living proof. Wow. I think that's the name of it, yes. I love the old Christmas movies. White Christmas. Love that movie. Okay, so this, what I'm reading now, is like in italics. This part here. On page 34. I need nothing from you but your conscious connection, positive energy, compassion, companionship, and love. I am I. Your total lifespan is your offering to me. You add to my living life force and life frame. I need for you to love this journey and your life experience, for in doing so, you channel these to me. I respect man, but does man respect me? What is said and done to life is equally done unto me. Earth is my body, it is man's to explore. Treat it kindly with love and respect. Moon Cookie. Moon Cookie, we're just getting to the good stuff. And the Book of Eden, 117, what's that? Good, okay. Moon Cookie, good morning, darling, good afternoon. It's going up on a Tuesday. Good morning to the channel of love. Cheers, Lucy. Cheers, Moon Cookie. Wow. God needs man's help. Where else should we go to? We're okay because we're charging. Apart from, obviously, as I'm charging, my daughter's power is depleting. So I have to bear in mind that I'm using her charger. It's on tap for me at the moment. She should be cool. I'm sure she'll let me know. What have I missed? You're going to have to go back and watch Moon Cookie later on. Or now. Or whenever. Well, not right now because you're here with me right now in this present. So don't you go anywhere. But I've been on for 67 minutes, 53 seconds. It's good. It's good. So we went to 34. I'm going to go to 52 because that was the number that drew me back to 34. 52. Not every day will be profound. The most ordinary, approached in the correct manner, can attain greatness and be of the most value. So not every day will be profound. The most ordinary, approached in the correct manner, can attain greatness and be of the most value. Life needs time to catch up. You need time to take stock and regroup. Enjoy this natural lull in activity. The italic part now. Whatever you worship in this life, you'll most likely attain in the next. Worship false gods and idols, you'll join others who did the same. When you work and believe solely in me, you'll attain the highest heights, you'll be home. I am I. Every form of religion has its own take on truth and on me. Move beyond what is preached. I will guide and work with you by my own hand. I am I. When you hit obstacles, adversity, barriers and fear, be kind, understanding and gentle. Use me to send healing, to repair and address what is necessary. Be patient and all will be well. I am I. Sometimes you need a little time out. Today is one of those times. Look around and take stock of those who love and care for you. Take pleasure in the fact that they do. The italics again. All life interlinks. All is as one. Nothing can separate from the whole. Every atom that exists belongs to me. Together we create. We gather knowledge, meaning, and understanding of what life is, how it feels, how it evolves and moves forward through time. I am I. That's page number 52. So we have 43 in reverse. Details, details. Clarity. You may just find clarity through this message. Excuse me. Oh, in the other book I was going to read 117. Was I? I can do. 43 in reverse. Measure your success by those who know and love you, not through possession, wealth and gain. So measure your success by those who know and love you, not through possession, wealth and gain. Remain wholly in the moment, so that the moment can utilise your strengths and talents whenever necessary. If you want to be of service, if you want to make a difference, then be as God would intend. Make that your reality check. When you are completely transparent, you've nothing to hide, you're living your truth now and always. For inspiration and understanding to filter through, let go of busy thoughts and specific outcome. An empty mind space is what is called for at this time. Miracles occur when time, energy, spirit and intent are as one. Be focused, be open and be aware. Let go of the reins you've been holding so tight, so that love, life and change can flow with you. In italics, never underestimate my potential to step in to give you help whenever necessary. I am I. The way is blocked. Remain still for until the time it clears. I am I. Will you hear me when I call you? I am I. You need life to play its part to help you. So move slowly and let things catch up. 117. Which book was I reading? From here? We'll go to 117 in here. I've just read from Divine Guidance. All I keep seeing is I am I. Okay, we'll read 117 from here then. Which one? Okay. I wanted you to read it. I know. I know, Joyful Dolphin. And it's absolutely fine. 117 from this book. Seems that we're stuck on pain, which is 118. So let's just backtrack slightly. We've just got an affirmation, Joyful Dolphin. I'll read 117 from the other book, but that's it. Look, 117. Awareness, I am I. Affirmation, on a higher soul level, I am willing to explore something new. On a higher soul level, I am willing to explore something new. Let's go to 117. A vibe of the day. I'm just going to read what's on page 117. Vibe of the day. Today you are encouraged to let the universe know you are willing to receive. You are encouraged to welcome offers of help, support and kindness into your life. If someone at work offers you a hand, accept it. If someone offers to cook you dinner or lunch, welcome it. More importantly, if someone gives you a compliment, receive it and honour yourself. Smile, breathe, receive. I am willing to receive. I have recognised that I am deserving of help, love and support. It feels good to give and it feels great to receive. Today I welcome the energy of balance into my life. My heart is open to receive. Share your vibe. I am ready to receive. Apologise. There's a card here that's just, you don't know what it's doing. Oh, it's 2 of Cups, look. The Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine coming together after we found that balance. Look, even the Lion here, normally he's like scowling down at the masculine. It's like they've swapped positions. Normally the feminine would be on this side and the masculine would be on this side, and the Lion would be scowling down at the masculine. It's like, what are you doing? Because you're not sure what the exchange is. Is he taking her love or is he giving her love? Is he refusing her offer? But he looks quite content here, this Lion. Okay. Have we got any more page numbers to read? Oh, hold on. We've got a bit more on this page. Vibe 37, loving yourself enough. Loving yourself is probably one of the more challenging aspects of raising your vibration. The reason that this can be hard is because the ego likes to challenge you on it. Every time you move into a more loving space, the ego will create its own plan or tell you what you don't want to hear. Should we carry on reading this? The ego, as we learned a few lessons ago, is just doing its job. It's giving you the opportunity to trust what you know to be true. It's important to say here that the ego is going to tell you stuff that you've already heard. Everything that you hear on a negative level is something you've already told yourself in the past, something you've sabotaged yourself with, and now it's time for it to go. Loving yourself enough means truly honouring who you are. It's that moment when you decide you're no longer going to be represented by negative opinion, fear, or anything else that comes between you and your goodness in the past. Loving yourself doesn't always mean looking in the mirror and telling yourself I love you. It can also be about the decisions you make in your life. Here are some examples of self-love. Moving into a state of forgiveness with others because it removes the toxicity from within you. Not allowing others to treat you badly. Giving yourself time to do the things you love. The vibe of the day. Today you are encouraged to love yourself enough. Enough in the sense of doing something for yourself or saying something to yourself that you would normally hold back on. In your act of self-love, realise that you are able to draw more universal light into yourself and raise your vibration to its optimum strength. Your ability to love yourself and respect who you are will become a healing wave that inspires those around you. Today I choose to love myself enough to say no to bad behaviour or toxic emotions and make room in myself to be nourished by light. I realise that how I see myself has everything to do with how the world sees me. I choose to look at myself in a loving way and allow that loving wave to wash from me and throughout the world. Today, I love myself enough to make the changes I need to feel loved and accepted. Share your vibe. Loving yourself enough is saying no to toxic emotions and yes to forgiveness. Guys, have yourself a lovely day. I will catch up with you all soon. Until then, take care, much love. Bye for now.